What's happening, Internet fam? So I am showing you the first mock-up of the CoinKitty.io Kitty Coin earning platform application. Now we are planning on having this app run on every type of device there is. Obviously, we're focused on smartphones, particular Android and maybe eventually iPhone, but also we're very focused on open source platforms as well. Open source smartphones, the Raspberry Pi, computers, tablets, any kind of digital device that you have that will run any kind of basic app. We're hoping to have this app be able to run on that device. Any operating system, any device. In fact, there's going to be bounties for encouraging developers to port this very basic app to any device you can think of, in any platform you can think of. So here's how the app's going to work. Ignore that home button in the top corner. Actually, I don't think there's going to be a home button on this screen because this is going to be the home page. According to my current design. So this is saying that this particular kitty, and instead of the kitty coin logo down on the bottom left, it's going to be a three-dimensional animated kitty in like a space helmet, like one of those big glass 60s styles sphere glass space helmets. So yeah, that's just a placeholder, the icon there, the logo. But this is telling you that this kitty has been on the platform for 237 days, and they've staked $361.28. That's what these numbers here are on the left. It's saying that they have $3,127 on the platform. That's the sun. And it's saying that they make $2.38 per day. That's what this is. That's what the icon, the dollar amount by the earth means there. And the top is a QR code, so you can get your Kitty Coin address and receive payments from other people directly. And in the bottom is a gear icon. That gear icon is going to allow you to customize and configure this particular screen. Every screen is going to have a gear icon on it, and the gear icon is going to do the same thing. It's going to allow you to alter how the screen looks for you according to your preferences on every screen. But this is kind of the basic initial design. And then the bottom are the three main buttons: launch, mission, and status. And those buttons I'm going to be explaining in detail right now. So if you click on mission, that's going to bring you to this screen. This is the mission screen. And this is showing you that this particular kitty is making about a penny a minute, or 60 cents an hour, or $14.40 a day, or $100.80 a week, or $403.20 per month. That's the according to their current staking plan. And it's also showing the 1 year, 5 year, and 10-year predictions over on the right there. And it's allowing you to set a goal in the app for you to reach. This kitty's goal is to make $5,000 per month. And their plan is to add $1 to the platform every day manually, besides what they're staking. So it looks like they're already staking $14.40 a day, but they're planning on adding $1 in per day. And according to this metrics, they're going to reach the moon in 3,287 days. In other words, they're going to be able to make $5,000 a month in 3,287 days. So you change those goal numbers, you change those plan numbers, and you can see when your kitty can get to the moon. So getting to the moon here is just reaching your goal. It's not the old traditional version of crypto moon talk. It's a little bit different, but similar. It's a good thing. And then the mission status is telling you how many, what percentage of goals you've met recently. So maybe there were a few days you didn't put $1 in or something like that. So that's why they're only at 88%, not at 100% of goals met. The home button is going to go back to this screen, and the gear icon is going to make this whole screen very configurable. And ignore the design. This is just a very simple, basic, rough draft design. And honestly, I hope that it looks a lot better than this and is a lot smoother and cooler than this when we get like a graphic designer, which there's a bounty for. There's a bounty for everything. Speaking of bounties, if you look on this screen and see the launch button is going to take you over to the bounties. These are bounties in your area. These are people in your area ready to hire. And so somebody's looking for a cello lesson. They will come to you. They're an intermediate player. The Jen is looking for a cello lesson because that's the Jen kitty icon there. And currently the lowest bid that she's got is $32. So you could undercut that $32 cello teacher and to give a cello lesson for $30 and potentially get the gig from Jen, unless you get undercut and somebody offers to do the lesson for $28. So in this way, we're really incentivizing low cost, because if there's somebody willing to do the job for less than you, it's not that likely you're going to get the job. So that's why. So in that way, this is kind of incentivizing people to work for slightly less money. But again, they could do 10 or 11 bounties per day if they were really diligent. The middle bounty here is looks like Papa Paisanos down in Waikiki is looking for a dishwasher, and the current low bid for that is $53 for a 5 to midnight shift. So if you think you could do that dishwasher shift for $50, you could probably hit the Fred icon and go make that bid and hopefully undercut whoever offered to do the gig for $53. Or maybe you see that the reputation of the person who made the $53 bid is very low, and you could actually go above them and still get the gig because the reputation is low. So there's going to be a heavy reputation component on this app. Every kitty is going to have a reputation. So these are all different jobs that you could do. If you see the launch button over on the right, that's a way for you to offer jobs to the community, offer to hire other people to do work that you want done for you by them. And this is what, if you click on one of the bounties, it's going to zoom in and give you a little bit more detail on the bounty. And it's also going to give you some other options. It's also going to show you who else is in the running for that bounty. So this person here wanted to have their car washed for $35, and currently the lowest offer they got from the community is $38 from Sarah. But Tom is willing to do it for $42, Sally's willing to do it for $47, and Raya is willing to do it for $60. So clearly, if Sarah's reputation as a car washer is not good, then somebody might go ahead and hire Tom, Sally, or Rye instead, based on the reputation. So it's not just about cost, it's also about reputation. If you click on Sarah and see, she has like 10 reviews of people saying she barely washed my car was dirty when she left, or whatever, then you're probably not going to hire Sarah to wash your car, right? See what I'm saying? But if Tom has all these great reviews and he's only a couple bucks more, well, then you're probably going to hire Tom. So in that way, you're kind of gonna want to vet, your top 3 or 4 kitty options here and see which one you want to hire to actually do the job. And then the hammer icon over there is the way to edit this bounty, and it's a way to ask questions from the person offering the bounty, as the bounty hunter, as it would be. And it's also a way for you as a bounty hunter to offer a sub bounty underneath the bounty. So for instance, what if there was a bigger bounty like build a house? And that obviously that's a very different bounty than wash my car. But under the build a house bounty, you could hit that hammer and say, I am an electrical engineer. I'll do all the electrical for your house for, $6,000 or whatever the price is you think you can do all the electrical for the house is. And so you can offer that bid. So you can bid for part of a bounty. You don't have to bid for the whole bounty. This example is kind of a dumb example for washing the car, but you could say, I don't really want to wash a car, but if you find somebody else to wash the car for cheap, then I'll come by and dry it, or I'll come by afterwards and wax it. So in that way, you could kind of hit that hammer and put yourself out on the job market for things that aren't even being offered as a bounty, either as a sub bounty or as an addendum bounty, stuff like that. So, so that's basically it. I want to make the system really, really easy to use so anybody, any age can use it. And basically, if you click on the icon of one of the kitties there, then you're going to go and see that details about that kitty, what the reputation is, how many bounties they've completed, how many bounties they've hired other people for, what their rating is across all of those bounties, what their specialties are, what kind of bounties they're more likely to engage in. And in the same way, this screen is very configurable as well. If you click that gear, you can say, I only want to look at auto repair jobs. You're a mechanic, you only want to look at auto repair jobs. You fix computers, you only want to look at the IT support jobs. You're a music teacher, you only want to look at music teaching gigs. You can configure all that with the gear down in the bottom right here. And the launch screen, again, is going to make it so that you can offer your own bounties to the entire network. So that's the first initial rough draft of the CoinKitty app. That's how it's going to work. It is all going to be smart contract based. So if somebody agrees to the bounty and you do the work, and you can prove that you did the work, then you're going to get paid. There's not going to be a way for them to welch after the fact. And in a similar fashion, if you offer somebody a bounty and they don't do the work, they're not going to get paid. So it's going to be very, very, it's a trustless blockchain system. Like so many other blockchain systems, it's trustless. You don't really have to trust the other party. However, there's going to be a reputation component of this blockchain. And so the kitty with the highest reputation is going to get more likely to be over here on the right. Because the factor isn't just price. In this example, it's showing that Sarah's offering the lowest price. But you're also going to be, if your price is within $1 or $2 of another kitty for the same job, but your reputation is way better, chances are you're going to get moved to the right ahead of somebody who might actually be willing to do it for less money, but who's not as, doesn't have as good of a reputation on the network, maybe because they didn't do as good of a job in the past, or they have an unpleasant personality, whatever that may be. So, yep. Anyway, that's the CoinKitty app. I'm very interested in any kind of feedback or improvements anybody's got. If you want to submit improvements to any of this, it's all an open source design, and I will be paying bounties in Kittycoin when mainnet drops. Obviously, we haven't even made the blockchain yet. This is all very early days still, but that's a way to get a lot of coin very quickly, because I'm offering higher bounties at the beginning, and the bounties are going to go down in cost as moving forward. The only way to earn this coin is bounties. There's not a way to buy this coin or sell this coin on the exchange. You can buy it P2P from another person, or you can buy it, or you can earn it by doing a bounty. And that is that. And I'm going to be distributing most of the initial coin. There's not going to be a pre-mine. There's not going to be a ICO. There's not going to be an airdrop. None of that. Most of the initial coin is going to be given to the devs who helped me build the project. This and the other two projects that are kind of the backbone of this. If you go to the CoinKitty.io website and look at more details, you can see what the plan is, why Supermox is a big part of the plan, and why Open Airships is also a big part of the plan moving down the road. But this is ground zero. We've got to build the blockchain, and we've got to radically alter the current economy to make it fair and open, and to provide employment for all these people who are having trouble getting a job. If you go out and do the work and get a good reputation in a different field, you're going to get the job from here. That's the great thing about this. It's not like, oh, you don't need a GED, you don't need a degree in psychology or whatever. If you've done the job before and you have a good reputation for having done the job, that's going to be shown on the bounty screen, and that's going to show, and you're going to be getting more bounties from more people in the community based on your reputation. So, all right, that's it, Internet fam. Really looking forward to your feedback. Have a great night.